Eric here. I am at Praia de Falésia, and I am at the top of the traditional place where you would walk in if you were a tourist. And I'm going to show you some of the positives and some of the negatives of coming to this entrance. And then, my friends, I will show you a secret entrance. But for now, let me turn the camera around, or just show you a little of what you're going to see. There we are. And there we are. Okay, hang with me. I'll show you the goods and the bads of going to the traditional place to park and try to get into Praia de Falésia. Off season here, about the middle. It's actually Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day out there for everybody. It's about 14 degrees Celsius, around 57 degrees for us North Americans. We're about 35 minutes from Faro. It sounds a lot longer than it actually is because you're only traveling, I don't know, 60 kilometers an hour, 35, 40 miles an hour. So it's only, I think, 25 kilometers away. So here are some of the negatives about coming to the traditional entrance for Praia de Falésia. That's the parking. It's off season. It's already full. You come in down this road, and way down the other side of this road is parking. So be prepared to walk. And then after you park, this is the hill you get to walk down. I am not going to bore you with the whole walk. I'll see you at the bottom. Okay, almost at the bottom of the hill. I'll show you some of the advantages of coming to this part. Is that, yes, they have their own surf shop where you can rent surfboards and wetsuits. There's about 4 to 7 parking spots down here. If you're lucky, don't depend on it. Another advantage, its own snack bar, which is great. And more importantly, it has its own water closets or bathrooms. Comes in pretty handy for laying on the beach and having too many cervezas. Okay, we're at the top of the stairs leading down to the beach. If you're going to go to any beach worthwhile in Portugal, you are going to have to do stairs. Just part of the charm. Let me show you a quick reason why Praia de Falésia is so beautiful is these stunning hills. The colors, lots of iron. Walked up that hill. No hating on me. I know I'm out of breath. 60 years old now. Anyway, here's the entrance to the trail. If you didn't know it any better, you'd walk right past it. This is the road we've driven on. So the trail will start here. And meander away. If you want to go out towards the ocean. I told you that there's a couple other spots. Well, there's 2 other spots that I like to go to get the beach that aren't as busy. The one that I'm showing you now, unfortunately, is going to probably come to an end very soon. It's an old hotel that was essentially abandoned for a couple years, but recently someone has purchased it and it's going under a remodel. So I would imagine the free parking eventually is not going to be so free. Let's go find out if we can still park. We're in luck as you can see, the hotel is undergoing serious renovations, but they're still letting us have some parking spots that is, onto the beach. So I had mentioned in another video how Portugal is extremely pet friendly. Now in here, before it was so torn up, lots and lots of cats lived. In fact, they had signs out here saying, hey, no worries, the cats are being fed. What I realized is after coming here and seeing all this, that they had kept a cat sanctuary here. Now it's much smaller than it ever has been. Psst, psst, psst. So I believe they are rehoming the kitty cats, which is wonderful. There's one. Hey, beautiful. Hey, how are you? How are you, precious? Yeah, I'd take you home in a heartbeat if my dogs wouldn't have a heart attack. So anyway, I think it's wonderful how they treat their animals here in Portugal. We're about 100 meters from the car, which for beach access is spectacular. Going back around to the right, that's where we came from. That's part of the hiking that we would get if we started in the traditional entrance. We would hike down to this spot and then keep on going. These cliffs are really cool because sometimes they have, I don't know what it's called, the guys with the parachutes that go in the wind, they come off this cliff and do their surfing. Spectacular. Some of the just absolutely spectacular views on the top of Praia de Falésia. Sometimes I gotta pinch myself when I realize this is essentially in my backyard. The path down to the beach, I just think this is so neat. I want you to take a little sidebar here. They have a lot of what they call, I don't know what they call it here, but it's that kind of plant. It reminds me a lot of the plants, the shrubbery in California. When I was in the Army, ice plant was everywhere. It reminds me a lot of ice plant in California. So if we were here prime time, sorry if I'm making you dizzy, I forgot to bring my fancy little doodad that keeps things still. I'll do my best. Anyway, water closets and a snack bar. Essentials for spending extended time at the beach. We came from, I'm going to pan to the east. Yes, dogs are on the beach here. Are they allowed? No, but in the wintertime, nobody really cares. I'll show you way up top there. That's called the shark fin. The shark fin represents about the middle distance of Praia de Falésia. I came to the beach, unfortunately, at not a great time. It's high tide, which means during low tide, we'd gain about 10 more meters of beach, but it is what it is. The sun is out. Let's show you some more. One of the most beautiful beaches in the world. We've walked about 50 meters west. Show you some of the stunning cliff sides. Praia de Falésia. I'm always in awe of how beautiful it is here. Entrances. See a lot of people on the beach walking, enjoying spectacular weather. Like I said, about 15 degrees centigrade. The water, it's the Atlantic Ocean. Prior to hopping on the beach, Atlantic Ocean, cold. Let's see if I can get fancy here. Zoom way in, the end of the beach down there, and that's the city of Vilamoura. Maybe some suggest I go there. They have a wonderful marina. So there you go, my peeps. Praia de Falésia in all of its glory. Wonderful hills, a beautiful sandy beach, as you can see. No trash. People here take their trash very serious. Let's get Praia de Falésia in the crown jewels of the Algarve. If you enjoyed this, is there a place you want me to go see, please drop in the comments. This is Eric from your Algarve Adventures with Eric.